frère congolais, mon cher ami voisin, il n'y a pas de haine possible entre nous. Pensons profondément à ce qui nous unit avant d'être emportés par ce qui nous divise. Au-delà de nos différences, nous sommes des frères de sang. Au-delà de nos différences, nous sommes des êtres humains. Venez tous les Rwandais, venez tous les Congolais, pays de l'Afrique, pays de l'Amérique, l'Europe et l'Asie. Venez tous nous joindre, mettons-nous ensemble pour chanter la paix. Mettons-nous ensemble pour chanter la paix, la paix. Que Dieu nous demande la paix, le souffle du monde.
Greetings to all of you, our viewers. Greetings to Rwandans, wherever you are, those in Rwanda, those inside Rwanda, and those outside Rwanda. With sincere greetings and greetings to our neighboring countries, those in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Burundians, the Tanzanians, the Ugandans, the Kenyans, all the Africans, and those the friends of Rwanda all around the world. We present our sincere greetings. And those who will also follow us, follow this broadcast, we present our sincere greetings. My name is Prudence Kantengwa. I'm the Vice Prime Minister and the Minister of Foreign Affairs in the Rwandan People's Government in exile, the government led by His Excellency Padri Tomoa Nahimana, who is also the presidential candidate for the Republic of Rwanda. We do believe that true elections will take place even very soon, one way or another. So with me is Pastor Bernard Murigande. He's also and the Rwandan People's Government. He's the Deputy Minister of Security, and he's also a military person, Brigadier General. Pastor Bernard Murigande, it is your turn to present your greetings to our viewers.
Thank you, Vice Prime Minister Kantengwa. I greet each and everybody. I greet all our viewers all over the world. Those who are watching us live and those who will watch us afterwards.
Thank you. Probably before, not that probably, I like presenting the broadcast to our God. So we put this broadcast in God's hands, and I pray that the Holy Spirit will guide us, will guide our discussions today, and that so everyone will be blessed. Today, I would like us to talk about what is going on in Rwanda currently. Especially, our topic today is ready to condemn the new plan of genocide against Rwanda, against the Hutus, the Hutu ethnic group. The plan that is being executed actually by the current regime in Rwanda. So I will let you start, Pastor Bernard. Deputy Minister of Security. This is an, I would say it is one of the your task in the Rwandan People's Government in exile Greeks. So what do you say about this, or what is your intake on this topic? The floor is yours.
Yeah, it is in fact scary and horrible. But first of all, we remind our viewers that the Kagame regime is a dictatorial regime and the oligarchic rule. They took power by arms. They took power by arms since 1994. After that, they shot down a presidential jet and killed two presidents, as you know, and as everybody knows, the president Habyarimana of Rwanda and the president of Burundi. So this regime is in fact, according to them, so we're gonna use in fact the statement of the leaders of RPF, Rwanda Patriotic Front, and
which is the current regime, yeah.
Yes, the current regime in Rwanda, in Kigali, and the army, RDF, Rwanda Defense Force. They have the leader who themselves they said we are going in fact to say what their own leader said about themselves, so that the one who hear us now may not think that we are maybe inventing something that are not theirs. So we start by, for example, the former chief staff of the Army, Rwanda Defense Force, Kayumba Nyamwasa.
Currently, he's in South Africa.
Yeah, he's in exile also. But they work together. They are the brothers. So himself, he said, by describing the president, the current president of Rwanda, Kagame, that he's a serial killer. A serial killer.
Yeah, he tried to kill him in South Africa. Although this former chief of staff of RDF, he said that you mentioned that he's in exile. Yes, he's in exile, but he said that the problem that he has is only with Kagame, President Paul Kagame. For him, the system of RPF is okay with it. Yeah, so please go on.
Yeah, and another former chief staff of the army, James Kabarebe, when he was just describing how they are, he said that they devastated the region, meaning that they destroyed the whole region, Great Lakes of Africa. And
he said that, yeah, you're right. He said that they have caused chaos of the whole region.
And also, he mentioned that the army is a killing machine, meaning that really this regime is cruel, that they are killers, they are serial killers.
You're right. Maybe to complete you on that, he said that the President Paul Kagame, when he was leading them since 1990 or 1991, when he replaced the Rwigema, he said that he told them to be the killing machine, as you said, and that to destroy everything that breathes, that has life, that breathes wherever they passed by. So, he said it publicly, as you mentioned, when he was addressing university student I think it was in 2022. Yeah, please go on.
Only even the saying, because when they invaded Rwanda, attacking Rwanda since 1990, they killed wherever they were passing, they were killing people.
Mm-hmm.
You remember when they took the power in 1994, you remember that on 18 April 1995, Kagame released 2 battalions to go and kill the displaced people in the refugee camp in Kibeho. They killed about almost 80,000 people, including children, elderly people, and women, and all that were the refugees. They were civilian people. Imagine a chief of the army, and who is sending 2 battalions fully armed and go and kill the civilian people who are refugees in the camp. They are not armed.
Yes, you are right. But I will ask you a question. As the Deputy Minister of Security and as, of course, a military person, Brigadier General, you have been in the army also during the government of the leadership of General Major General Juvenal Habyarimana. So what do you think about such a regime? Why would the regime for Kagame, they took power by force, by arms in 1994, and instead of protecting the population or instead of assuring the security to the population, I mean, they chose to go and shoot at them and massacre them. So what do you think about that? Is that the security that a new regime would give to the Rwandan people, the population is supposed to lead into democracy? Yeah.
So like I said, this is oligarchic rule. So they are the terrorists. They cannot bring it to the people because what they want is just to rule. When they took power by the arms, they cannot just give peace to the people. They are there to steal and to kill. That is why they are killing people, kidnapping them, and putting people in the jails and torture them. So in Rwanda, in fact, the country is under yoke of those terrorists. In fact, it's not a regime that brought peace or democracy like they were lying to the people. No, only they wanted just power, and they took power as they are just terrorists. What they want is to steal, and because they are oligarchic rule, they must just terrorize and intimidate people always. So they cannot, Rwanda cannot have peace and stability and security while Rwanda is led by those kind of people. Even themselves, they are saying that they are the serial killers, they are the killing machine. Or how can those people bring peace while themselves they are claiming and describing themselves that they are killers? No way.
You're right. You mentioned about the words proclaimed by their or declared by their leaders. One of them was also Tito Rutaremara, who was a senior leader in the leadership of the RPF in Kutanyi, who participated in the Arusha Peace Treaty. He's the one who said, of course, after they took over power in the recent years, he said that among the people who were killing innocent civilians in Rwanda, they had their own technicians. He said that they had at least five people in every sector And when you count the sectors that were in Rwanda, I mean, the amount of people, or the amount of people, the number of their element, they totaled more than 3,500 people. People who were sent, recruited, trained, armed by the RPF in Kotanyi, the current regime. They were sent to kill, and they were among those in Interahamwe that were killing people, and that's what came to be the genocide that was called, which means that it is the current regime actually that had planned the genocide against Rwandans in 1994. And now we're saying that they're still executing that plan of genocide, which they started from 1990 when they attacked Rwanda, coming from Uganda and from other countries where they had the current regime had gone into exile. So now we had recently the speech of the so-called President Paul Kagame, if it is really him who was talking, although they presented him as Paul Kagame during the Unity Club that belongs to the First Lady, Janet Kagame. So I will let you comment on the speech he said the speech in Kinyarwanda. We're not presenting it here, but I will let you to say in a few words what it was and what you think about it. The floor is yours.
In fact, what you are saying about them is true, because all Rwandans and maybe also among the international community, they know that Tito Rutarimara himself revealed that they had some elements in the militia in Interahamwe who are accused just to kill Tutsi people, meaning that they killed their own people just to put that crime on the Hutu. And what they wanted, in fact, is to take power. Mm-hmm. They were not caring about Rwandan, or they are not caring about liberating people. And about the speech of the current president of Rwanda, Kagame, mm-hmm. in fact, you see, it is not always to see somebody, when you see somebody pouring out the crocodile tears, it doesn't mean that he cares about people. Mm-hmm. It is not about, it's not out of love. Just it is a technical or a strategy, means just to call people to hate other people. In fact, he's creating chaos among the Rwandans to kill themselves in order to stay on the power. Because during those 30 years of rule, mm-hmm. they don't have nothing to show in terms of democracy. And sure. now, because they want to stay on power, they must create something to intimidate people, just to show to the people that they are in insecurity and they are there just to protect them. That is why they are creating events. Unfortunately, they are just a wicked events to kill people, innocent people, just to put those crime on Hutu people, so that they can show that, you see, those who did genocide are starting again to do this and this. So now we are here to protect you. So it is in those strategies wicked strategy that they are using so that they may only stay on power. Secondly,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Maybe
that
before you move out, we move from that point. You're talking about the events that they are using to create anger among the Tutsis so that they can go against the Hutus, because that's their plan, the plan that they are executing in trying uh, to exterminate the Hutu tribes, or rather to reduce it, as they had said that they have the program called the Punguza program, and that's how they killed recently 5 people who were just socializing. They killed five. Yeah, five. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Just they are continuing there. They plan to kill the Hutu in a systematic genocide that is land,
Mm-hmm.
slow, and systematic. But now it is no longer silent because they are just killing them a day. So they are not just hiding them because, you know, when you go to Rwanda, you will find that all jail, all prison are full of Hutu.
Mm-hmm.
And they are killed everywhere, every day. They are Hutu people. Evidently, there are some people who are innocent victims who are just being killed, and they put that death or that
Or no,
killing
to. Mm-hmm.
to the Hutu, on the Hutu people.
Yeah, and
Uh,
one of them
so
is
that they may arise, they may provoke the anger
mm-hmm.
among the Tutsi, so that the Tutsi also may kill the Hutu.
You're right, and that's the case of the the woman that was killed recently, called Claudine and Duwamungu. I think this is Duwamungu, the last name. Is survivor of 1994. She's a Tutsi. It's my understanding that in the meetings that the current regime would organize, she would say that no, I mean, you people, this regime is not better than the leadership of Major General Juvenal Habyarimana. Juvenal Habyarimana, I mean, that she was saying that even though there were some flaws, but the leadership of Juvenal Habyarimana was better off than than the regime of Paul Kagame. So I would say that by killing her, the current regime in Rwanda wanted to stop her from opening the eyes of the Tutsi who were in Rwanda in 1994, for them to see that the current regime did not really save them, as the current regime claims or alleges that they're the ones who saved the Tutsi of 1994, and yet they're the ones who killed them, and they're still killing them. So that's number one, and number two, of course, is to ignite the anger, as the so-called President Paul Kagame said in that during the celebration of the Unity Club that belongs to the First Lady Janet Kagame, when he said that, oh, we have to, to be angry at what is happening, and that although he did not mention directly the Hutus, but the terms he used, saying that, oh, our own, and meaning that the Tutsis, that they are being killed, and that the genocide is being planned against the Tutsis, and yet they're the ones. I mean, the current regime is the one who is which is planning to exterminate, who's again planning the genocide against the Hutus, the Hutu ethnic groups. And there is not only this lady, Pauline Nduwamungu, there is another lady who was killed again, I think, a few days ago, who was also, understand, she's called a survivor. According to her age, I think she was not yet born in, and I mean, according to the way I saw her, I think that she was not yet born in 1994. But of course, the Tutsis who are, I mean, who were born even later on, even today, they are still called the genocide survivors. So for the current regime want to continue use that that card, I would say, to keep itself in power. So I will let you, yes, comment on those killings and those events. No, they're not events. They are crimes that the country regime is using to kill Tutsis. That when Rwanda or in Rwanda in 1994 or their descendants, their children, so that to continue to show that all Hutus cannot lead, because if they lead, then the Tutsis will be killed. So please, the floor is yours.
So, in fact, you have said it all, and what I can add is that we don't forget those people, those 5 people who are killed by that soldier of RPF in Changugu. And it is in the same way like Pauline and Wamongu. They support, in fact, the discrimination policy of RPF and its hate toward Hutu people. And like the former celebrity gospel singer Kizito Mihigo.
Oh, who sang actually the song we just heard, the one that we started this broadcast with. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, also he was killed because of her tolerance and reconciliation and forgiveness preachings. He was killed, and the worst things is that they put this death on an innocent person Hutu, just to provoke anger that will catalyze chaos and Hutu mass killing. Just that is why we are just condemning this, because all this preparation, this planning is just to kill Hutu in the Hutu genocide, in the systematic way that they continue. Before, it was, like I said, it was silent, but now they want to do it in mass killing, that like they did it in Kibeho. That is why they are just organizing crime and killing just to provoke the anger. Like President Kagame said, they must have that anger. Imagine a head of the nation who is supposed to be the father of the nation, and a father, like you know, is the one who have the love of all his children. And just himself is choosing one part of his people and inciting them, provoking them to have the anger to kill their fellow citizens, their fellow people. So it is another indication to show that this regime is cruel. This regime is, in fact, it is a terrorist regime. They are not even supposed to rule people, because I have never seen or heard a president, a head of the nation, calling the people, his own people, to kill each other. It is the first time that I hear that. And when he's telling that they must have that anger, in fact, for a president, it is an abomination. It is an abomination. How can a father of the nation call his own people, a part of his own people, to go and kill another people? So that is why this kind of statement of this president shows that this regime is cruel, and this regime is terrorist, this regime is oligarchic and wicked. They are not supposed, in fact, to continue to rule this country. This country must be delivered and liberated so that the people may have peace and stability. Otherwise, there is no harmony between the people, because those who are supposed to give the harmony and peace and security, they are the ones who are just sowing that hen in the profit so that they may stay on the power, because they don't have another thing to show in those 30 years that they have ruled the country. That's what I can say.
Thank you. I agree with you. It's I mean, Rwandans do not have a president really that loves the people in Rwanda. That's not the president that Rwandans need. You remember that it was said, I mean, those who were with him at the time, that the Kagame, Paul Kagame, took the machine gun and went to the population that I think they were in the market, and just shot at them. A raffle of so you wonder if this is, if he has the mind of a human being, because a human being wouldn't do that. And he ordered killings in the stadium in Byumba, in the northern part of Rwanda, and he killed people.
It was in Byumba.
Yeah, it was in Byumba where he comes from. Yeah. So we really need we need a new leadership in Rwanda, and yeah, we'll let you go first as we conclude this broadcast. We have our own leader, the Hadrito Manahimana. He's a good leader of the Rwandan People's Government, and yeah, we need the people to support him so that the oligarchic, the tyrannical regime in Rwanda, has to go in order for Rwandans to have peace again and breathe again. Yeah, so what would you say to not only to Rwandans, but also to friends of Rwanda? How can I will let you be the one to say, what do you think should be done?
Yeah, to the community of Rwanda and to the friends of Rwanda, especially friends of Greeks, we are calling the international community, especially the countries and the international organizations that support this cruel regime, to stop their help to RPF, Rwanda Patriotic Front, and ask them to stop Hutu genocide that is ongoing in silent, continuous, and methodical plan of RPF against the Hutu and some innocent Tutsi who are opposing this terrorist regime currently in Rwanda. We are taking this opportunity to condemn also the ongoing kidnapping of people in Rwanda and so-called safe houses where they are used to torture the kidnapped people, the arbitrary arrest, the methodical campaign of intimidation, and the targeted assassinations in the example of ones of Pauline and Wamungu, Kizito Mihigo and Alexia Mpende, and others who cannot mention, that we cannot mention here because they are too many. As you know, people who went even to kill the millions of people in Congo, everywhere in Africa. So we cannot count.
Currently in Mozambique.
In Mozambique. So everywhere they are shedding blood of innocent people. Everywhere they are killing. So we are calling, in fact, especially the international community to stop the help to that terrorist regime, and also we are calling to Rwandans just to support our government so that we may work together and liberate.
To be precise, our government is the Rwandan People's Government in Exile, led by Patrick Nahimana.
Yes, our government, in fact, yeah, so that we may liberate the people of Rwanda who are under yoke. In fact, they are suffering. Rwandans are suffering a lot, so they need to be liberated. They need to be, in fact, delivered from those kind of terrorist regime.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. We are concluding this broadcast, and let me also take this opportunity to call upon the international community to stop helping the current regime in Rwanda, because the crimes that they have been committing and still committing may also be put on those who would help, because they may be accused of being accomplices. So we hope that the international community, the countries that have been helping the current regime in Rwanda, would investigate and see what is going on in Rwanda, the violation of human rights, the killing of innocent people that is being done, so that they will not be asked their support, their support in such crimes. Those who are giving money to support the safe houses, the transit centers, the rehabilitation centers, where Rwandans are being tortured, killed, where where they take Rwandans and use them as people who will be, who are whose organs are being commercialized without their consent. So anyway, there are so many things going on there, and we are not forgetting the war in the Congo, where Rwanda uses innocent kids, sending them to Congo, who are not even trained in a war that is not beneficial to Rwandans, but they are being sent, and they are mostly Hutu children. Just one of the reasons not only is to go and steal for the current regime in power in Rwanda, to steal the mineral resources of Congo, but also is a way to reduce the Hutu ethnic groups, so that they can the Hutu, the Tutsi ethnic group can rule in Rwanda, because as you know, the Hutus were majority in Rwanda, 85%, while the Tutsis were 14%, and we have 1% of the ethnic of the Batwa. So if they were to reduce the Hutu ethnic groups, you can imagine how much bloodshed has been done. So we will stop here, calling on and calling upon Rwandans to support His Excellency Padri Tomana Himana. He recently launched a $1 million campaign so that he can prepare to replace the current regime in Rwanda. It needs financial means. It needs human resources, because the current regime in Rwanda will not stop, or will not. It will not share power. We have seen the scheme they made in July with the election, where they refused the genuine opposition to take part in those elections. So the regime has to go, and it has to be forced out of power. Because we cannot continue to see innocent civilians losing their lives because they're being killed by the current regime in Rwanda. So we thank you all, our viewers, and we ask you, by the way, to subscribe and like our broadcasting so that we can continue to bring to you some topics. Until next time, shalom.
Shalom.